So I don't know why that cut out. I'm just going to continue from where I was. I went and got a fag, which is not something I normally do. But the energy at the moment is of lack. This is Pentacles, so this is earth based. This is feeling like not being seen, not being paid enough, not having enough. Not having enough for what though? And it's an energy, so it could be something that the moon is bringing up to the surface. It's like, oh, you know, it's almost that wanting more outside of yourself, wanting more recognition. But we also got the violin with it. Now, the violin is obviously musical, it's creative, but it's also that little bit of, melancholy violin playing. But there's lots of roses around it, and roses is a very high spiritual flower. So whatever it is that's coming up to the surface over this full moon, it needs releasing, it needs playing out. Whatever it is has got to be played out. There's is that the moon up there, but it's some kind of enlightenment is going to come from this feeling of lack, this lack energy, and it's only temporary. We also got the magician as well. So this is like, I've got all of the skills, my swords, which is my mind space, my earth pentacles, my wand, which is my magic, and my cup and my raven. I've got everything within my power to actually shift myself out of this. This might be something, and what I was moving on to is something that we were ingrained with when we were younger, like because the next cards underneath that, we got the Empress. So every single one of us is born an Empress. We're all born on this throne, with this divine feminine energy at our grasp. We should be crowned. These are affirmations that should be told to us at such a young age. But it does feel like, and if this is, a romance, twin flame, soulmate, it feels very much like it's for the divine feminine. Not necessarily, but it's the divine feminine inner child. She's holding on to something, but she's in the darkness, so she's gone into the shadow of this feeling of this lack of Five of Cups. You're not good enough. You're not, you're never going to amount to anything. It's this, and it's also a bit of regret. There could be some regrets that she had as a child, that she's holding on to, but she's bringing it into the light. Now, again, the roses around the violin represent that it's a, like I say, it's a state of melancholy that might be coming up during this full moon. Slow connection. But these roses represent like spiritual enlightenment. They're one of the most powerful flowers spiritually, and it's got to be played out. We can't expect to move into the light without going into the shadow and looking at these wounds. It's like a little doll. I'm not 100% what it is, or it might even be like a lock of hair, but she's moving into the light. And like I said, we've got the magician at the bottom of the deck, which represents that we've mastered all of these skills, and this is only temporary, but it does feel like it's in the moonlight that it's being brought to the surface. again, at the bottom of the cups, we've got the 8 of Cups here. So that's moving away from, and we've got the full moon as well. 8 of Cups is thanks, bye, you know. 5 of Pentacles isn't good enough. I'm not being paid enough. I'm not, it's almost like giving away too much and it not being in equal reciprocation. It's given away too much power. And the 8 of Cups obviously represents, right, that's it, I'm done, I'm flying, this is me, this is the moon, this is what it's brought to light, this is how high I am, this is how much I glow. But it is possibly something that has been, I've moved those around, that's something that has actually been brought to light under this full moon, or coming up to the surface of this full moon, is that, you know, I have had feelings in the past where I don't feel like I'm enough, or I'm not being seen, or I'm not being valued, and some possible regret. But again, the Empress, we are all the Empress, the Empress. We're crowned, we're born on that throne. It's just that we forget. We get told these violin stories that we kind of play out. There's the moon and the castle in the background. It's all illuminated. This is, I mean, again, there's roses there. So it's not untouchable to want to believe in castles, whatever that castle represents to you. It's a journey, it's a movement forward, it's a state of being. The Empress lives and breathes like she's living in a castle. She is, you know, in charge of that castle. Again, it's something that we need to work through. I'm going to go back to the Raven cards. So 8 of Cups, it's moving away from, but it is coming up to the surface. It does need playing out, either singing it out, creatively bringing it out, but it does, and turning her back on it. I'm going to turn my back on this shadow of 5 of Pentacles, lack. I'm turning my back on it. I'm moving into the light. I've integrated it. I understand that it is possibly something that was, you know, I was made to feel like I wasn't worthy, or I wouldn't amount to anything, or I lived in a state, the foundations were of poverty or lack. But she's taking it through, she's moving into the light, and she's letting it go. Because she's the Empress, and we understand, like, we are nurturing. She may have nurtured and given too much away, but then we just take our power back with the Magician, because we are masters of our own destiny. So we're just going to get some more on this. Fell out on the 8 of Cups, which is the 10 of Wands. It's like, I've had enough. I'm carrying too many burdens. I've got too many responsibilities. Half of these responsibilities weren't mine. Half of these responsibilities that I've been carrying around with me were just burdens that were put on me from projections of other people's, you know, we're not responsible for the way other people feel, but we do and have often been projected onto. You've got, just as an example, a parent that's scared of spiders will then make or create a child that's scared of spiders because of their reaction to a spider then gets ingrained into the child. And it's like, hang on a minute, how many of these burdens, especially this one in my hand, I'm walking towards the light, I'm letting it go because they're not mine. So we're dropping the burdens of our past feelings of lack and not being good enough. And we are moving into the Six of Pentacles. So that's like such a shift during this moon. If we're going to go in and do the work, sing the song, play the violin, have a cry. Violins always make me cry, but in releasing, we gain these spiritual insights, these flowers. Something blooms from actually going in, and then we instantly move from the Five of Cups to the Six of Pentacles, from the Five of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles. This is going from a state of I don't have enough, I'm not being seen, I'm not being valued, to I'm gonna Ten of Pentacles comes along. The burden's too heavy, the burden's not mine. These are programs or things that were said to me and they don't belong to me. I'm going to put all those burdens down. I'm going to Eight of Cups. I'm going to let go. This is me soaring above all the others under the moonlight. It's coming up under this moonlight so that I can move into the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is, I'm the Empress. I am open to receiving. I give and take unconditionally in equal balance. I don't chase, I create. It comes to me, I know my worth. It's also gifts as well. So sometimes when we've gone into our shadow, had a good look, decided that we're going to integrate it into our light, the universe often, and especially when we've, there's very, because my other video hasn't loaded up yet, but there's a lot of magic around at the moment under this supermoon, and we can manifest. I let go of that which no longer serves me, which is feeling like I'm in a sense of lack. We never lack anything. It's always what we've been told. And then we move into the Six of Pentacles, which is equal, giving and receiving unconditionally. It's gifts coming in, it's giving gifts out, it's knowing that there's no attachment to it. It's an equal balance of flow. And then underneath the bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is like, this is what I found today. I found a chalice. This is my cup. I fill my own cup. I fill my own cup with things that I love doing. I set myself creative challenges. I'm going to make myself a crown. I'm going to learn to play. I fill my own cup. I'm in my heart space. I don't do anything that isn't in a line with my heart. What else have we got? Oh, tell me why do we see castles in the sky? Oh, tell me why. Oh, the castle's way up high. That's where the Queen of Cups lives. That's where the Empress lives. What have we got here? Who's this? So this is the Three of Pentacles. This is working hard at three things, but there could be lots of, when we look at it romantically, or there could be three options, but it's working hard at three different skills or integrating three different skills, three different types of emotions. It's a pentacle as well, so there could be opportunities coming in. And then we've got the King of Swords. Now the King of Swords he's not in his heart space, he's in his head space. He's very business-like. He's very much, I say it as it is, and he knows that he's not responsible for, how people respond to that. So he might be coming in with some opportunities. You may have manifested this King of Swords. Who have we got at the bottom here as well? The King of Wands. So again, there's lots of kings around, but there's this, to get into the energy of the Queen of Hearts and the Empress, we need to get rid of this lack. We need to get rid of anything that is sitting in this lack. And here we have the Chariot. So the Chariot, again, under the moon, with some healing, has allowed us to integrate the dark and the light, the shadow and the light, to move forward. And it's almost like we're being guided, following the North Star, whatever you want to call it. It's like I'm Eight of Cups, I'm moving forward. I know which direction I'm going in. I know I'm worth more than the Five of Cups. I'm going in, I'm doing my shadow work. I'm not singing this tune anymore. This is an old tune. Right, we're going to have a look at the romance. Doreen Virtue, see what she's got to say about this. See if anything else comes up, what kind of area this is in. Because at the moment I'm getting the divine, this is work on the divine feminine, moving from a place of lack into balance, into alignment, but by letting go of anything that doesn't serve her, especially when it comes to burdens that have been put on her, probably from a young age, I would say. Maybe by the King of Swords. Maybe the King of Swords didn't actually realise, what he was saying. Let's have a look here. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Love yourself first. So again, as I was saying, it's this, I fill my own cup. I do what makes me happy first. You have to fall in love with yourself first. This is another shift from the Five of Pentacles. I'm not good enough. I don't receive enough. I haven't got enough to give. So yeah, love your self-respect. So that again is manifesting into the Empress, the Queen of Cups. And then this fell out on the Eight of Cups, which was unrequited love. The Five of Cups normally represents we've given too much of our power away. We've invested, it's Pentacles, but we've invested too much into something, and it's been unrequited. It's not equal. It's not balanced. And it could be because it landed on the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. It's like, I know my worth. I'm unrequiting this. This isn't good enough. Let's have another look. So basically, I think the message under the moon is get back into the Empress energy of divine feminine, whether that means you need to, play the violin for a little while, feel in this lack, or bring this lack up to the surface, to bring it into the light, and do the work on yourself, because we've got magical powers. Healing is at the it's the click of a finger. It's like, you know, not looking outside of ourselves for anything. I fill my own cup. Free yourself. Free yourself. Landed on the Empress. Landed on the Chariot. Landed on the Six of Pentacles. It's time to take back control of your life. So yeah, 100% take the reins. You know, literally take the reins, manifest what it is that you want, get in the Chariot, 8 of Cups, go. There is no need to be, you know, playing the violin. It's almost a little bit, it is melancholy. It's sitting in a state of melancholy, and we can jump out of that at any point into the Six of Cups. What else have we got? Again, this could have come from hearing or giving away too much power to a King of Swords who's not in his heart space at all. That landed on the King of Swords. So healing, King of Swords, no, the Magician, but the King of Swords, healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I forgive you for making me feel like I wasn't enough, I wasn't worthy, I didn't deserve. Going into the shadow and healing that. And then we've got engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. But I feel like that commitment is more to self. It's more engagement with self. When we look at this, when I'm saying it's a, you know, it's a twin flame, soulmate, romantic energy reading, it always starts with the self. We have to get engaged with ourself, engaged, you know, ascending to a higher level of commitment, committing to ourselves that we're not going to settle or be seen in the Five of Cups energy. Like, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have enough. That needs to go. That's a burden that has been probably with healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So again, this is healing inner child work of a sense of lack, a sense of not being good enough, going in and then integrating it, playing it out, freeing yourself from it, getting back into the Empress. At the bottom of the deck, we've got new love. So new love can't actually come in until we have loved ourselves first. Got rid of the Five of Pentacles, lack mentality, and manifested, you know, forgiven. I'm sorry. Please, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. It cuts the cord. And then it allows you to be open to new love. Let's see what else we get. But I do feel like the engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, is to oneself. Is to, you know, when we want to call something in, the universe is a mirror of how we feel about ourselves. If we feel like we're in a state of lack, we're going to attract lack, people in a state of lack, people who have possibly trauma bonding. this is where what happened to me. This is what happened to me. If nobody wants to look at it or do the work, but normally the Five of Pentacles is, like I say, it's so this landed on the Eight of Cups. So once we've said goodbye, Eight of Cups, there's the full moon. I'm the one at the top glowing. Eight of Cups. I'm calling in. I'm manifesting my soulmate. I'm manifesting. I'm going to use all of my skills, my swords of discernment, my swords of being in control of my mind, my wand of all my skills, creativity, my foundations and my heart space, plus all the knowledge that I've learned from the raven on my shoulder. I'm calling in my soulmate. Her arms are up and open. She's open to receiving. Your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. So we can sort of, visualize what it is we want. The chances are that we don't actually get exactly what we think we want, because it doesn't work like that. Normally we get what we need. But when you're calling in your soulmate, you don't need to use your third eye to visualize this is what I want. 6 foot, black hair, whatever your preference is. What you can do when you're calling in your soulmate is to just put your hand on your heart and say, let it be. I let go of control of the outcome of what this looks like, as long as I'm sitting in my Empress energy. I don't give that away. I am 6 of Pentacles. It's equal in energy, in whatever. It's in equal balance. Our values are the same, our foundations are the same, we think the same, we want the same things. It's in equal balance. Even if you don't want the same things, there's this compromise where there is absolutely no lack. And again, what I feel with the violin is, and the magician is, and you may have to get into your King of Swords, into the divine masculine of King of Swords, of like, I'm going to do this. I'm not just saying this. I'm going to actually do this. When no means no, he says no. And the Eight of Cups. But there is some shadow work to be done here. There's 2 children at the bottom. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. But they're 2 children. It's almost like entwining the inner, divine masculine and feminine. But, giving back that love, that whatever was lacking with the 5 of Pentacles, making the effort to actually love yourself first. Fill your own cup. Do whatever it is that brings you joy, and that calls in your soulmate. See what else we've got under this full moon. It's Taurus as well, so it's very much grounded, home space, all the comforts that we want. It doesn't make the effort again, but true love came out upside down. So that says to me, this is the romance of your lifetime, but it fell out on love yourself first. So it came out upside down like that. So the message is inner work, and then that's going to turn round. True love comes in when we truly 100% love ourselves. and what's coming up, what feels like what's coming up under this full moon is this, you know, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough of this, I don't have enough of that, that it's inner child work that needs bringing up and out to the light, and doing whatever it is that you need to do creatively, you know, using your magician energy. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment to oneself, to not accepting anything that isn't in alignment. You know, you have to walk the walk, talk the talk, and walk the walk. You can't say, oh, I want someone to be loyal to me when you're not loyal to yourself. You can't ask for someone to be honest with you when you're not being honest with yourself. We have to do the inner work. You deserve love. Pay attention to the red flags. So that is the free yourself and the Eight of Cups. The signs are cautioning you. So this is, and I'll quote the High Priestess here, this is patterns over promises. This is somebody that says a lot, and I'm sure they have the best intentions when they say it, but they don't actually do it. Just as I was saying a minute ago, it's talking the talk and walking the walk. If you want to call in your soulmate, then you need to be a mirror reflection of what you want your soulmate to be like. So you can't be manipulative and then expect not to attract somebody who is manipulating you. And it's paying attention to the red flags. It's like, am I seeing them? Am I seeing these patterns over promises? Am I seeing the red flags, or am I just ignoring it? And that is what is putting me into a state of lack, because there's red flags, and again, the signs are cautioning you. So it might be saying you're not ready. If you're in a state of Five of Pentacles, then one of the red flags is going to be that you're likely to attract somebody who's going to take advantage of you in this state of Five of Pentacles. You know, these are the red flags, are these knights in shining armor do not exist. And I'm not being pessimistic, I'm quite an optimist. But when someone comes along and you're in a state of Five of Pentacles where you've given too much power away, and someone comes along on this, you know, and says, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, that's a red flag. Because we have to we have to be our best versions of ourselves and not look for anything outside of ourselves. Before we attract, we have to love ourselves before true love can come in. And again, that commitment is commitment to self. You deserve love. You are lovable, you know. That's the work that's coming up in this full moon on the side of romance. It does feel like it's very much the divine feminine, but it could be the divine feminine in the masculine side, because we've got the King of Swords and the Empress. So the Empress is the divine feminine. The King of Swords is 100% in his headspace. He doesn't move into his heart space. It's business. It's all very black and white. It's all very matter of fact. Doesn't really go into his emotions. Pay attention to the red flags. These two aren't you know, a matching couple. There might be elements of one person moving into their divine masculine and feminine. But this is not a power couple. This woman would be completely insulted by this man's lack of empathy into his heart. That's a red flag. If you're seeing or being reflected back to, which is what we had in the last, it's 8 of Cups, get the fuck out of there. And these burdens aren't yours. It's not your responsibility to carry anybody. That is going to leave you in the 5 of Pentacles. And the bottom of the deck is release your ex. It's time to clear your energy. So this is what it is. It's clearing out that which no longer serves me. It no longer serves me to sit where I'm not seen, I'm not heard, I'm not valued. It's time to clear out any inner child wounds. It's time to clear out any 10 of Wands, which were possibly burdens or expectations put on you of this is how your life should be. Clear it out. It's time to let it go. I'm now going to move, and like I say, healing family issues. True love's not going to come in until we love ourselves first. And when we have to accept every single part, the dark and the light, in order to integrate it, bring it to light. I have these issues of feeling like lack because of this. But I'm going to heal my family issues, release that which no longer serves me, and then 8 of Cups, clear out. This looks like the new moon. So the Chariot could be taking from this full moon up until, this is the work to do between now and the new moon. Free yourself from that which no longer serves you. Right, can you give me some more on this energy? And that's all it is, and nothing's ever permanent. It's only a thought pattern can change your feeling. And I think that's what the violin is representing. It's sitting in it, melancholy, kind of, but needing for it to play out. It's got to play out. However, we see that. We have the guardian of emotion. This situation requires emotional maturity and total trust. You're surrounded by those who have only the best intentions, so you can rely on the advice you're given. Challenges will be resolved. This card also indicates a generous, humanitarian and refined person whom you can completely depend on. This could be a reflection of these characteristics within yourself. So again, this is who I am. I don't look, I'm not looking for anything outside of myself. I'm the guardian of my own emotions. I'm the magician. I'm the empress. I go into the shadow. I do my own work. I heal my family issues, and I do the work on myself. Guardian of emotion, and it fell off. Be open to success. I love this. Number 7. So it's it's a journey. Look at all the wonderful things you can do when you listen to your divine guidance. You've balanced so many different priorities and have come out a winner. There will be a lot of recognition and praise heading your way, but don't be shy. Allow others to shower you with gratitude that you deserve. So that's like doing the work and coming out the other side. And opening up the hands and saying, I'm open to receiving. I'm open to receiving what I know I deserve, what's coming in. Let's see what else we get. There was another set of cards I wanted to use as well. I've got my own. Oh, I've got my own. Yeah, so God knows how long this one's going to take to upload. I don't know why they... I put it down to divine timing, and then I'm like, is there something I could do to make it upload even quicker? The Seven of Thought. You've been confused about a situation in your life, and now suddenly everything is completely clear to you. So that's what happens on the full moon. Everything's brought to light, whether we like it or not. Whether the truth was revealed by your angels, disclosed by a friend, or discovered on your own, it feels good to be awake and aware. Feel free to ask time alone if that's what's needed. So that's seeing the red flags, whether they're within ourselves. You know, we have red flags. We can feel out when we're Five of Pentacles. You know, that's a red flag. Oh, I'm not going there. That's a red flag. I'm moving away from that. And it means that you're awake and aware of actually what's going on around you because of the way that you feel. But feel free to ask for time alone if that's what's needed. So yeah, she's been called out to play, but she's like, no, I just need some time on my own. I've got some work to do. You know, what else did we get with it? Six of emotion. So the six again is it's equal balance. Six is, you know, equal balance. But its memories can fill your heart with many emotions. It's important to remember your past accurately. So we can and we do romanticize about, oh my God, it was so good when I was, you know, younger, or back in the day, or what. But if we actually went back into it, it probably did feel like this. It probably did feel very lack. Now that we have the ability to be able to fill our own cups and know what that means, memories can resurface, and it's like, oh, I wish I could go back. But it's important to remember the past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it was. People you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly. Children could be an important issue, or you may need to reconnect with your own inner child. So again, I think it's inner child work that's going on here. It's seeing things for what it is, and it probably wasn't or doesn't feel like it was that rosy when actually we thought, you know, we had enough. There could have been quite a bit of lack, and it's integrating that, understanding it, bringing it to light under this full moon. But again, people in personally as well, like I bumped into somebody that I used to hang out with as a child when I was 4 years old, and I don't have a lot of childhood memories, but I just recognised her face, and I remember having great times with her, and she didn't know who I was, and I was like, you know, I knew her, I knew her twin sister, and I said, we used to hang out together. I don't remember hardly anything about my past childhood, apart from, you know, this happy memory that was brought to the surface. You know, and that's quite sad that, you know, that's something that needs integrating. And then bottom of the deck, we have inner strength. So you have great courage and kindness. You may not realise how strong and powerful you are, but there's no problem you can't solve. The compassion you so freely give to others must also be given to yourself. Stand strong in your convictions if the right answer to tell somebody is no. And that's number 11. That's inner strength. That is King of Swords, Queen of Swords, 8 of Cups. You know, unrequited, I'm not having it. I'm getting in my chariot and I'm off. Now, where's my other cards? Which I'm just going to... Oh, did I get them out already? I got them out already, so I've done that. So, this is obviously full moon working on romantic partnerships. It's not a psychic reading. It's the energies that are available to us and the messages of where or what this moon can be bringing up for us and what we need to work on if, you know, we want true love. True love is something we find in ourselves, but because it came out upside down, it's like love yourself first, then you receive, are open to receive true love. Are we still here? Forget. Sometimes I sit like I'm talking on my own. After the rain, there's silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, and acceptance. This is in oneself. It's that beautiful rainbow. Now, normally rainbows are over the top, but this one's like completely and utterly upside down. It's like she's on top of the rainbow, or the rainbow's underneath her. She's risen above the rainbow. We always chase rainbows. We always say, oh, there's a pot at the end of the rainbow. But this picture actually is divine feminine soaking in, soaking up. You know, I am the rainbow. It's not something outside of me. It's all them. Every single colour of the rainbow is in us. We emanate it. It glows out of us. It's not something that's out of our reach. When we see it in the atmosphere, it's because that's what we're like. That's what we're made up of. And also, we had the bud. So this is potential, promise. It's about to happen. Keep going. It does feel like something's coming in, but it is saying we need to free ourselves from, you know, stuff that we're carrying around that quite possibly doesn't belong to us. Move out of this Five of Cups. Potential, promise, it's about to happen, keep going. But this is having strong boundaries. This is about noticing, like, you know, when someone says something, do they do it or do they just say it? This is, you know, the foundations that we need to be working on. And again, like I said, this is something that, you know, we may have spoke a lot of bullshit when we were younger, when we were less mature and didn't stick to our commitments. It's asking us to pay more of a commitment to ourselves. When we commit to ourselves, commit to doing the growth and the work and the shadow work and looking and freeing ourselves and paying attention to the red flags, then we attract. We've got the Brothers of the Rose. We've got sacred masculine, honour, protection and support. So we are 100% supported, looked upon as the Empress, which is how it should be. But there's no, that this is just giving us this divine protection that it's okay for us to be in this birthing Empress energy of getting into our nurturing of self, being vulnerable, being open. I don't see any, apart from the King of Swords, I don't see any, you know, putting it apart from the red flags, but of course, you know, that's something that we would learn anyway. We are the guardians of emotion. But it's okay, we are divinely protected to be in this space of going through this moon, playing this tune and bringing it to light. I love you lots.